So I think this game needs a little bit of context. This was the final game of the stream, and if you don't know, in the stream you can bet your channel points on the game. So people were going really big, they were going all in on me getting a top 3 here, and if I didn't, they would lose their points, or people were betting against me losing those. So there was a lot of pressure, a lot of excitement and hype in the chat, and that made this game even more beautiful than it already was, because I'm doing a very different weird curve on Maiev. The game was looking really bad as well, almost the top 8, and somehow we turned it around into an insane, crazy fun endgame. Now, a side quest is, you see this Weaver on my board, right? I think too many people get baited by Weaver too early, and I want you to figure out when I'm going to sell this, or if I'm going to keep it on the board. Is this going to be sold very soon? Is this going to be on my board in the mid game and then I'll transition out of it? Or is this just a late game card that gets really big? Because in low ranks, I see people just scaling up a Weaver and keeping it because it's a golden Weaver, it's really big, or it's just double Weaver, and they feel too attached to it since it's been there since the start. So try and every turn figure out if this is a turn where I sell it or if I'm planning on keeping it till later. And now the special Maiev curve was that I stayed down till 7 gold and I double level here. Normally you just farm curve, and on 6 gold you just level hero power, but on 6 gold instead I stayed down and bought 2 because it was super awkward to level by hero power. So I just skipped the hero power then, and I double leveled here because of the token, and then just hero powered, sold the Elemental as you saw, and now we have 2 or 3 pairs actually still on the board. We have tier 4. Now it kind of sucks that you don't have a triple lined up. Usually by now you have 1 or 2 triples and you take it into multiple 6s, but I'm losing some HP. As you can see, I'm on 23 HP right now. I still have no triples. I have nothing to do other than stay down since we're facing the top person again, who was playing a pretty good tempo board. So we gotta find one of these triples. And now this shop is super interesting. We have Peggy, we have Dazzling. Now is it too late for Dazzling? It's turn 7. We have nothing else. I felt like I had to do it, and again there's a lot of points on the line, a lot of pressure. I don't want to disappoint, and I still want to be able to close out this game. So I'm also playing extra safe here. I'm considering the demon, which is just +4/+4 stats, because it buffs, no, +6/+6, it buffs +4/+4 on both Weavers, +2/+2 on each, so +4/+4 total, and +2/+2 onto the demon, which is also a pair, and the health from that goes into another card. So it's just really good tempo, because I don't want to waste my potential with this board and with this Dazzling. I want to see if I can still make up for it. Another reason why I chose for picking up the Dazzling Light Spawn is because I scouted and no one in the lobby was playing elementals, that they could have Dazzling and just, you know, mix minions, milk. I don't know about that, but so far I haven't faced anyone with an amazing Avenge setup either, so I'm just gonna milk here. This person, as you can see, also is just tempo demons, is a whole stronger than me, but maybe because I picked up the demon buff, I'm able to, you know, get the tie or get a win here even. I also want to mention real quick that my wall behind me, the orange wall, I want to decorate it and I want your guys' help. So I put out a tweet and everyone can reply to it with a picture as long as it's in the line of terms of service, and I'm going to try and print out as many of those pictures and put them on my wall. So there will be a link in the description, maybe pinned comment to the tweet. Just go there and just reply with your favorite picture, and I'm going to try and print out as many as possible to decorate my wall behind me. So that's a cool thing that you can participate in if you want. Anyway, as you saw, we were able to tie the fight, get full milk, and I'm still staying down and playing rather safe. Now this Argus is going to allow me to make sure my Weavers die, because my Weavers are going to get rather big after I cycle this demon. I have to give up on a pair here. I'm going to give up on the demon pair, since, you know, what else am I going to do? The Acolyte is actually pretty valuable as well for milk, and I took this Smoger to make sure my Elemental doesn't get sniped too easily by, let's say, a tank, for example. And I still need to stabilize. I'm on 21 HP, bottom of the lobby. I'm not doing anything. 0 triples so far. I'm a Maiev. Normally you have multiple triples by now into 5s and 6s. So I'm really just trying to make the best of this. I'm still keeping the Weavers. I hope you're still like keeping track of when I'm going to sell them, how long I'm going to keep them. But yeah, they're too strong right now. They're still a pair. They're just, I can't really give them up for anything better at the moment. And maybe I still go with demons. Who knows? Like Demon Elemental is still a pretty decent thing. I do get full milk here out of this Dazzling again, so I'm getting some pretty decent hits. I'm also still above damage cap, and because I'm above damage cap, I can still milk or take some risk if I'd like to. There's a triple in my shop, don't take it, that's 100% bait. I'm still, yeah, looking like I still have the double Skeleton, I still have the double Weaver. Now there's a triple Weaver, which I can just take into a 5-drop, hopefully hitting Nomi or I guess, yeah, Nomi is best, so we just hit Nomi naturally. I'm a Talon, and this Golden Weaver is still like way too big. I have another demon coming up, it's gonna get +4/+4. I also picked up a Major Domo because that's the best way to also get some extra tempo on the board while cycling elementals, or why I play elementals with this Dazzling Light spawn. Because usually what happens is you play like a Cyclone, but later down the line your elementals in shop are gonna be bigger because they're skilled up with Nomi and Dazzling, and then your Cyclone or your Wildfire is pretty small on the board. And while having Major Domos, you're able to scale up that card as well on the board, not just in the shop, and you know, you keep up tempo wise. I'm gonna probably free Smogger. It's a good enough card. It's still like +4/+4. It cycles with the Nomi. We're able to tie this fight again. You can see my reaction. Like, we're still above damage cap, which is amazing, while being able to milk an extra skill. And we transitioned from a no triple game where I did a weird leveling curve and hit nothing into just being able to milk properly and transition into elementals. Now I hit a triple here, and because I'm at 18, I'm just gonna take a 6. We can hit Felbat, we can hit Hamul. There's a bunch of good hits, maybe even Lilrag, I'm not too sure about that. Instead we hit kind of bad. I mean, Genie is okay. It cycles us with the Nomi, and it's a taunt. It triggers all with Dazzling. It gives us another elemental. It could be better, could be worse. And yeah, Golden Domo is also not really that bad to hit because it's, again, great tempo. It's gonna make sure I don't die. And this is almost rather greedy. They leveled straight to 6 with the Spired board, and you can see my reaction. They're just gonna take it pretty hard. I was scared that I was gonna be the one taking 15 most of the time, and I'm the one dealing the 15. The Weaver is still on the board, by the way, because it's still my biggest card. No reason to sell it, but there's a catch on it here. Don't get baited. This Weaver is not worth it anymore. I feel like he's gone very soon. Genie as well. I don't want to greed. Again, there's someone dead now, so there's no more damage cap. I'm facing the top guy. I feel like keeping the Dazzling here is gonna catch you killed. I really need to play full tempo in order to not get punished by this high roller. I could win the lobby on the spot if I just stay alive long enough, because I should have some of the best scaling right now compared to my opponents, from what I've seen at least so far. No one is infinite APM, no one else is doing elementals, so even though it's a single Nomi, if I triple these elementals, I'm also kind of massive. So right now I'm gonna try and play to get these triples. Weaver is finally out because it was objectively just the worst card on my board, so that's it. Don't keep it just because it's a Golden Weaver. And I guess Weaver is still a special case because you also put health into it, right? Like, instead of just scaling it up and being a golden card, people get super attached to it because it takes health to scale it up. You lose HP and it feels like a waste, but it is not, because it's gonna get you health back in return because you're gonna win fights. If I didn't skill up the Weaver, I would have lost fights and lost health otherwise. So that's a good way of looking at it. If you're ever, like, if you find it painful to sell a big card like that you invested a lot of time and energy into and health, then just see it as an investment of tempo and, you know, think about your future as well. Anyway, I found another triple, not a triple I expected, but with an elemental board like this, you do want to play for pairs a lot, because you triple your stats if you find a triple, obviously. That's the best way to just instantly spike. There is Hamul and Felbat. Tough decision. Hamul gives me a bunch of triples, more elementals, you know, but Felbat elementals, I mean, yeah, I don't know if you guys saw my latest video or a couple of videos ago. I did a Felbat elemental line. It's something that a lot of people do recently. It's just you have big elementals in the shop, and with Felbat you just eat them, and you can do some crazy wild strategies with double Felbat, or just, you know, even a Malgadon consistent elemental and a demon could be great. I'm cycling a lot, and now I'm just gonna end on the Felbat and hopefully find some elementals to eat. Now there is a triple. I could have just frozen this and that's it, do nothing, but I did play the Felbat and hero power, which is risky. It's a 1 in 5 to eat this rock pool, and after hero power it's a 1 in 4, so maybe I shouldn't have done that, but again, I was running out of time. I just made a play. Doesn't matter, we didn't eat it, we're fine. Still froze a triple, and we are able to kill the Tess, who was APM pirates, or I know, a bunch of golden pirates. I also kicked the Nomi, as you might have noticed. I really don't want to greed. Like, I scaled up a lot. The best way to scale from this point on is, you know, the golden Domo was still bad at tempo for the turn, which is the reason I kept it, is with the Felbat and by tripling my cards. Keeping a 4/4 just to get like maybe 10/10 or 20/20 more stats in the end game doesn't seem worth, and I can just triple all the sets on my board, find better cards, and spike that way. So I think Elementals is in a super interesting spot, and it's really hard to identify when to sell certain cards and when to keep them. It's also a question I get a lot about transitioning and when to sell your Nomi and when to sell your Dazzling. And again, I was super hyper focused this game, and that's why these transitions actually are probably cleaner than most of my transitions, because there are a lot of points on the line. So you start off with Dazzling, then you try and find Nomi. If not, you know, do tempo stuff on the side with Domo. Then you can go into Felbat, sell your Nomi early enough, don't keep it on the board because you can die and then you get a top 3 instead of first place. Again, the meta is like super greedy. I think I deal 33 damage here, Jesus. But yeah, the meta is in a super greedy spot, so you do want to cycle and scale up for as long as possible, but you don't want to take unnecessary risk. You just want to try and kill people and punish people that do play greedier in the end game. I find another triple. I'm on tier 6 now. I should have maybe leveled last turn, who knows. Tried and triple for another Felbat or Hamul, didn't hit it. Now, Amalgadon, like I mentioned, is a demon, is an elemental. This is gonna work for now, but I still want to try and, you know, find the nuts. So let's try and find the nuts. It's also worth mentioning there's no Beast and Murlocs in lobby, meaning there's almost no poison except for Spore and Amalgadons, which is why I'm able to pull off a big demon elemental board like this in the first place without being scared of scammers. It's even what I said at the start of the game when I had my demon opener, my Weaver opener, and like my Scallywags. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna get first. I'm gonna try and get a top 3 because I'm just gonna lose to Hyrule Elementals, Demons, because I can't possibly beat that with my opener and with no way to scam because there's no Reborn Myxnas, and like I can't do Lookouts and Seafood Slingers and Amalgadons and Sephins. But you know, you don't have to worry about that if you are the Hyruler. So this is a prime example of a stat game or stat lobby where stats are all that matters. I'm able to find a Hamul and a Felbat in the same shop. You can see my reaction. I'm losing it because that is literally the dream. We found it pretty late, like it's probably final turn or 2 more turns, so not too much scaling left, but it's still the nuts. If I had a third demon here, the amount of stats I would generate is, you know, absolutely crazy. Sadly, yeah, it's only 2 demons, but it's still gonna be 4 eats. Like, eating 4 cards isn't the worst. Let's say the average stats in the shop is 40-40, so it's plus 160 total what I get on both of these. Look at my Felbats, and this is why you stop scaling your elementals with Nomi and stuff like that. Like, literally, you just find 2 Felbats and they're already bigger than any of my elementals, pretty much. So that is why this strat is so good, once again. We're able to kill this cookie. I mean, I don't think it's even close. I don't think I'm spoiling anything. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to, you know, check the Twitter link if you want to decorate my wall. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Have a good day.